Hey, what's up everybody? I'm JayborinoPlays here, and today I'm going to be playing SC Commanders. This is based off of, or should I say, inspired by Allied Commanders, which is what we're going to be seeing with Legacy of the Void. This is created by Narudek, the same person that created Brood's Wrath and Vortex of the Void, and both of those you can see definitely are inspired by some things that we've already seen from Legacy of the Void. So I'm excited to play this. He's going to be playing co-op with me, so let's get started right away. And I'm not sure if he has to accept. Okay, there we go. It just took a couple seconds there to get started. But I'm excited to see what this is about. I don't really know much about Allied Commanders at all, so I'm very curious to see what this is going to be. I'm not sure if we're going to be playing as different races. Well, I chose Protoss, he chose Zerg. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to choose heroes or how that works or really what this is at all. I do know that it's generally a campaign-style map, but it's cooperative, which is very, very cool. So I am playing on the EU servers, so we might get just a tiny bit of lag. But when I played Starcraft Universe, I didn't have any lag, so I'm curious to know if I'll see any here either. Maybe because I'm actually playing with someone in the EU region, that may... I doubt it, honestly. But I'm excited to see if I'm going to be... Do I have to be Artanis, or maybe I'll have access to a couple different heroes here. So, Vortex of the Void, I did learn, is going to have 6 missions instead of 7, so maybe we'll see the 6 missions soon. I don't know when. The thing about Narudek that is, in my opinion, most impressive is the speed at which he works. He's gotten so many maps out. This map, he just sort of tossed out very, very quickly, and it was just interesting to see like how soon this came out. Warriors, your objective is to eliminate Void Archons before they destroy the fortress. Okay, so this is Sergeant Hammer's forces. Destroy the Void Archons. Okay, so we started with just normal probes like it's a melee map. I gotta turn my headphones down. That's very, very loud. Okay. First Archon in 6.5 minutes, so we actually have to get going here. It seems like I don't have anything special. Yes, it is fine. Cool, this is going well. Let's go ahead and throw down a pylon. I'm supply blocked already. I wasted my first chrono. It's something I commonly do when I play Protoss, especially when I'm not paying attention. So we got a Void Archon here. And again, I'm curious to know if I'm going to have access to anything special. It seems like, though, just the fact that it's cooperative and it's a campaign-type mission makes this very, very interesting to me. I like this quite a bit. And it sort of reminds me of the way Orion Ground Zero was set up, where it's, I mean, you could play melee 2v2, right? But it's slightly different. Oh, I see. Abilities. I see now. So we've got Pylon Power. Project a power field onto a target location. Use this ability again to move the power field. Oh, that's so good. So we can warp in anywhere without having to drag a probe over. That's great. Okay, well, let's focus on actually getting going here. So we don't have a hero per se, but we have these abilities. And I'm thinking maybe in Allied Commanders, you don't actually have direct access to your hero. Maybe in some cases you do. I think I read that if you play as Zagara, you would. But in this case, we don't necessarily have Artanis on the battlefield, but we have these awesome things. So we've got Orbital Strike. Oh, that's so cool. 50 area damage, 100 versus armor. Times 5. So 250... and 500 versus armor. That's crazy good. Okay, well, let's get an army going, and then we're going to want to push out, I suppose, towards that location pretty soon. Okay, so here we go. So he's playing as Zagara. Narudek's playing as Zagara, and he does have Zagara on the battlefield. Very, very cool. Zagara actually is in the game files in the editor. Like, she is a unit that's available, and I suppose we did see her in what was it? The first Char mission. So she is a hero that you can actually put just into missions if you want, and I wonder if he's edited her at all. Either way, I like that for some factions it seems like you do have direct access. Looks like we've got the Zealots with the awesome axes. We do not have Stalkers, but we have Dragoons. Interesting. So I wonder if this has to do with maybe eventually we'll see more factions added, and in this case, this Protoss faction has Zealots and Dragoons, whereas another one may have Dark Templar and Stalkers, which makes sense. So we're playing as a Kali as opposed to the Narazim, which is interesting. Very, very cool that it's separated out that way. Okay, so let's get more gateways, and I'm curious to see if the enemy's going to be attacking us with a crazy amount of stuff soon. Now, I don't really have a strategy here. It's mostly because I'm commentating. When I commentate, I don't have like a crazy good build order setup or anything like that. Okay, it looks like, oh, so Zagara can spawn hunter killers. That's really neat. I like this. I like this a lot so far. And now I don't know what the Terran hero may entail, and maybe I'll play this again in the future in order to check out what the Terran can do. This is very, very cool. So it's very nice that you have Zagara early so that you can really so that you can easily defend yourself without having to pump out a lot of Zerglings if the enemy attacks you. So theoretically, Narudek may defend me and himself effectively without me having to build anything right away. But let's get some Dragoons, first of all. Let's just get some Zealots and Dragoons out. So how much are Dragoons? 125.50. Okay, that's about what I would expect. So he's attacking... He's attacking with Zagara already. Cool. Okay, she seems excellent. She seems like a very, very, very good hero. I like that. Okay, so... Dragoons. I like the fact that we have Dragoons available. We are supply blocks. Let's go ahead and cancel this. We're almost done with a Cyber Core. Good old 4 gates. Though I am going to build some of these other... I'm going to build pretty much every building because I want to see if I have access to build everything. We do have the Dragoons from Vortex of the Void. I like these models. Again, I really like how they have that little cockpit. As I say again, like the original Dragoons, it was very unclear where the actual Protoss was inside of that thing. I just didn't really get it. It's tempting to go and take an expansion right away. Let's just keep getting more probes. Let's go ahead and get pylons. I'll get a robo facility just to see what's available. Okay, and yes, see, it looks like he can push quite a bit with Zagara just to kind of get a foothold. I'm going to come up and take this base pretty quick. And we've got 18 seconds until the first Void Archon, and it's going to spawn right here. So I assume we have to push out very quickly to kill it before it can destroy Warfield's fortress, I see. So it really... My question is, once the Void Archon spawns, how quickly do we have to kill it? How quickly do we have to kill it before it can murder the base? I see. So it's doing constant damage. So what I want to do...
Let's show these monsters the power of the Protoss.
So what I'm going to do is... okay, so I have to... Oh, Shift W for these, and then Zealots, Zealots, Zealots. And then I can use my Orbital Strike, too. So, my question is, how soon do we have to go? Oh, my word, she spawned a Leviathan. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, so I used all my cooldowns, and the enemy is apparently attacking me. So we've got a Leviathan. You know, my Zealots are taking a lot of damage here, but that's okay. We are getting attacked as well. So I'm going to throw down... Oh, I never made a Forge. What can we make here? We can make Immortals. That's fine with me. Let's actually get an Immortal, because those will be very, very good. And I'm going to have to make some Zealots to defend myself. And, of course, yeah, I got murdered there, so...
We have slain a Void Archon.
Okay, cool. So I lost most of my stuff. Let's get in there Zealots, and I need to really get charge on them to make them more effective. Let's go ahead and get some more pylons. So, yeah, Zagara seems real cool. Okay, so let's push through here. We've got enough Zealots. Here comes Narudek to support me. Zagara just about dead. The Sergeant Hammer's forces, I thought it was Warfield's fortress. Either way, Sergeant Hammer hasn't taken too much damage yet. Sergeant Hammer, I think, is a reference to Heroes of the Storm. We have there's a siege tank hero there from there. So you know what? I think a lot of Immortals is really what I want to do. We're gonna have to get just more and more probes, and I want to move up and take this base and move my units up to defend from that location. So. Just as I can get more and more units, the better shape I'll be in. Let's go ahead and get charged first. Those Zealots with axes, just excellent, excellent units. Let's see. So they do 16 times 2. Is that normal? Or is that more than the normal Zealot? That seems like double what a normal Zealot does. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, enemy Protoss. I wonder if we're going to be fighting other types of units as well. So let's go ahead and get charged. Let's go ahead and get more Immortals once we can afford it now, and rally onto this existing Immortal. And with charge, I think we'll be in much better shape. We've got +1 coming. I'm going to wait until this group comes, and then I'm going to go and murder them. So it looks like he's making aberrations. Excellent units, and I really, really need to go and take another base, I think. He's taken his right base, so we have to be prepared for that. He has way more than me. That's also because I lost a lot of my stuff in that initial attack, but I really wanted to kill that Void Archon as early as possible. Now I'm going to move up in this direction. Actually, I'll go and attack with him. No, I won't. I'm going to come up here and take this base. Okay, come on up here and throw down a Nexus. I am getting very, very slight lag when I click stuff, so it makes it a little harder to play, but it's really not a big deal. I just want to point out in case someone out there is like, oh, Jayborino, playing poor. Like usual, right? Okay, so I probably would want to get Archons, right? Get out of the way. I'll just wait. I don't want to box that probe and then be unable to use it. So I like this warp in anywhere. That's actually really, really nice. Okay, so now we'll have 2 bases, which will be very, very helpful, and we'll probably want to push out and kill that area next. Actually, I'm going to send my stuff up with him and follow up Let's go ahead and get some Dragoons. I really need some anti-air right now. Alright, so I really need some different areas to warp in. I still have this, don't I? Okay, so I'm pushing up in this direction just to start clearing this out. Those Archons, though, are terrifying. Okay, well, let's just see how much damage we can do here. I might want to move away from this Archon. See, they're not considered armor, so I'm not doing very much damage. Enemy forces are coming from up north. Well, we just sort of cleared out this area, so we're in good shape. And I pushed in there, so let's back up. Okay, so this is where I ran my units around to help Narudek, so let's keep pushing with him. More Void Archons. They're not doing tons and tons of damage. Okay, is my other Nexus done? Just about. I'm going to start rallying probes up here. Alright, let's back these up. Let Narudek take the heat a little bit. Okay, oh no, Immortal. Oh, lost it. Okay, bad news here, so let's warp in some Zealots. Start getting some probes for here. Looks like Narudek's coming around from behind to help me. This is great, and I really want to keep this Immortal alive. This is actually pretty challenging, and for a co-op mission, it's you have to find the right amount of challenge, especially when you have 2 people. That makes it tough to nail down how hard it can be. So I really just don't have enough units at this moment, and I need to make more without a doubt. All right, so I'm thinking maybe transitioning into Void Rays. It's hard to decide what I want to do. Losing that one Immortal was a big deal, actually. Okay, let's actually cancel. Oh, can I cancel? I don't think you can cancel once you start warping in. Maybe from the warp gate you can, because I want to start getting +2. All right, we're getting probes, rallying up. We have a lot of gas, so I probably should get a Templar Archive. Okay, I'm going to come down here and help him. What I'm going to do, actually, is change my warp-in location. And warp in Zealots down here, just to delay at least until my other units get down to help him. I'm trying so hard to help him. So they're 1-1-1, and I'm only 1+1 attack. So he thinks that I'm able to help him, but yeah, I don't have enough. There we go. Well, I helped him long enough. So that's I really like the ability to move that that pylon area. That's very, very, very neat. Okay, so now we're getting some money. We have to push up into those Void Archons very, very soon. So let's keep building. Throw down assimilators.
A large Tal'Darim force is moving in to attack.
Okay. Oh, that sounded just like an adjutant. That was actually pretty cool. And let's go ahead and get a Stargate and a Templar Archive, because I just want to build all this stuff. We definitely need cannons here, because we're going to get smoked pretty soon here. But that's okay. I'm moving everybody up here. And he looks to be doing just fine, especially with that Leviathan, which is just awesome. And we're going to have to push out pretty soon. I mean, we have a lot of time for Warfield's forces. I'd rather take one cycle of these Void Archons and just build up a huge force so that we can really win quickly. Just get more of these Zealots. Oh, you know what? And it's pylons. I was thinking it was something else. It's really just pylons. Those Immortals actually force supply, make you lose supply or take up supply very, very quickly. I'm going to get a second forge. There we go. And what I'm going to do is, once he starts moving in, I can use my Orbital Strike as many times as it's up. Then what I'll do is also take my stuff and move up with him, because I don't want to leave him alone while he's attacking. Let's go ahead and call in some more Dragoons, because they, I think, do pretty good against armored. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much like Stalkers, but I think they do extra against structures, or at least that's what... Oh, they don't in this case. It's just more against armored. They also, I think they do better against light than Stalkers do. All right, one down. Is Zagara alive? I'm not really sure. But let's just push through this. I'm going to start pushing into the last Void Archon, or the second Void Archon, rather. It seems like when we're in range of the Void Archons, they stop attacking the fortress, which is a big deal. Okay, it seems like Immortals are very, very, very good against these things, because they just take the reduced damage. All right, move, and oh, I'm not going to save him. Okay, I thought I might be able to save him. Okay, am I standing? Oh, lots of aberrations coming in. This is great. Just what we need to tank these, so that my Dragoons and Immortals can really burn this thing down. This is really cool. I like I love the idea of these co-op maps. Push in here. Another Void Archon slain. So let's come back here and just kind of hang out for a little bit. That's a Void Ray. All right, let's head back and kill that, and we can make carriers as well. I think maybe 1 or 2 carriers. I just queued up like 5 Void Rays. That's way more than I think I'll ever need. We also can make High Templar. So we're going to probably make those into Archons here. Because it doesn't seem like there's too many options for good storms. I wonder if feedback would work on those Void Archons. I'm not really sure. Okay. So I'm going to back up right now and kind of consolidate my stuff. We have 2 bases now, and we have to start pushing in the other direction. So I'm going to move to this area and then get ready to push towards the other 3 Void Archons. The timers are pretty quick. You really have to be on top of your stuff. The enemy is coming for us. Ready your blades again. Okay, so let's get more cannons here and here and here. Question is, where are they coming from? I got that second forge and never used it, so let's get +3. Let's get ground armor. Actually, no, let's get shields because we're going to have Archons, and that's really good for Immortals as well. So let's start pushing up in this direction. We have those... now we've got those Archons, which are going to be really, really helpful, especially against Immortals, and Void Rays, too, for that matter. Now we've got our own Void Rays. And they're not the Heart of the Swarm Void Rays. They're the original Void Rays where you don't have to use the active ability. Archon, okay, well. Lost most of my stuff here. Let's swing down in this direction. Oh my god, the Ultralisks have Burrow Charge. That's so cool. I'm jealous. Zerg got the best stuff. We definitely need more gateways at this point. Granted, I am building out of most of my different buildings. So let's get more Immortals. Let's go ahead and throw down 4 more gateways. And another Stargate, and a Fleet Beacon. So there we go. Just queued up a lot of stuff. Okay, and I've got my Zealots coming up. Zealots aren't great, but what I want to do is change where my Warpin is. So let's get some more Archons. Slowly but surely. Do we have to... Oh, we do have to research Storm, but that's okay. I'm probably not going to use it anyway. Alrighty, let's get +1 air attacks, and just gotta wait for all these buildings. So I want to kind of tell him after you. He's got all these Burrow Charge Ultralisks. He should go first. My units are slightly more fragile. Okay, and I actually would really like more units. And I'm saturated all my gas, right? Yeah. So are these are done, so we can warp in a huge group of Zealots here pretty soon. And we've got 10 seconds before they really start attacking. And let's do it. More Void Archons. Here we go. So let's get going. And, yeah, he just wanted to make sure that we would go in together. I like these joint forces, though, and that's why I think this is really, really neat. All right, you can see the Void Archons are attacking the Sergeant Hammer's base. We want to make sure we get in there and stop that as soon as possible. My Void Rays, so he's lacking for anti-air, I think. I mean, he definitely has... Hunter Seekers and Hydralisks, but I think he's hurting for more anti-air than me. It's actually very nice that they tell you when the enemy's going to attack you. It's just so that you don't get smoked out of the blue. Why can I not warp in here? Oh, it's because I'm supply blocked, son of a bitch. Okay, let's keep pushing up in this direction. And it looked like he had the ability to stun the Void Archons with Burrow Charge. That's really, really cool. He could just keep them stun locked. Large attacks here. Okay, and we're out of pylons, so I may be in trouble here because I don't have the supply. Okay, oh my god, a scout, really? You're gonna hit me with a scout here? So let's call in some Dragoons here, and then we're supply blocked again. We should be okay. Okay, yeah, we're definitely okay here. Cool, he's gonna help me against that scout. Okay, and then the next group is here. So it's definitely to your advantage not to kill the Void Archons right away. You want to make sure that you're able to... You want to wait kind of till the last minute, because you just want to make sure that... it seems like the timer starts right when you kill the final Void Archon, so you just want to make sure that you leave yourself as much time as possible, because it seems like it wouldn't add to the timer the faster that you move. So I guess let's just kind of keep this up. We've got a nice size force here. Let's get some carriers, actually, because carriers are cool, right? And where's my warp in? We want to change where that is up here, and warp in more and more Zealots, I guess. And we made more pylons, so we're in better shape. So we're already ready to start pushing. I have another group of stuff coming to attack me, unfortunately. All my stuff's on cooldown. What I do have to do is get just groups and groups of pylons. We don't want to get supply blocked. Okay, so I'm gonna need, come on, there we go. Let's just make Zealots. I should be okay here. Should be okay here, and the Zealots will help me a lot against Immortals because they can soak up that anti-armor damage. And I've started pushing up into this, but I don't think we're quite ready for that. But I started, so we're going. Let's start getting more and more upgrades. I've got cash. I'm going to change where my... I guess let's do a call down. Oh no, let's do an orbital bombardment to kill some of these units here. Does it ignore shields? It does seem to ignore immortal shields, which is great. Let's keep pushing here. And now we're on the upswing without a doubt. And they are attacking me. They're attacking me more frequently, that's for sure. I don't know what this is right here. Is that a Void? Oh, it's because the Void Archons haven't spawned yet, so we can clear out this Tal'Darim base. Are these Tal'Darim? Oh, they're Amon's forces. Amon's forces, okay. Very cool. We can get rid of these this base before they smoke us. I can warp in units to help him immediately if necessary. I heard my carriers spawn, so let's go ahead and auto-cast Interceptors and attack up in this direction. Seems like my Air Force is really what's working hard here, so let's move up my spawn point. Let's get some more High Templar because we have gas. I'm going to make these all into Archons because Archons are one of my favorite units, and seeing an Archon being summoned in the pre-rendered cinematic is just one of the coolest things. All right, Void Rays hit the mothership. There we go. My carriers have arrived. Yes, carriers. It looks like the Archons are going to be here very, very soon, but we've cleared out this base very, very quickly, so I think we'll be in just fine shape. And let's see. I'll help him here. Actually, I can't. I have to do it down in this direction because you can't do that on creep. So I'll just build just a few Zealots there to help him out. Okay, the Void Archons have arrived, so now we've got to start pushing into these. Very scary because they do so much damage. I don't have enough energy yet to power my pylon, unfortunately. It takes energy to do the Orbital Strike, too. It's not just a cooldown. I'd rather be able to move my my warp in. All right, so now we're in real good shape. We are just smoking these things. Sergeant Hammer's base, just above half health, so I think we're still in very, very good shape. No problems at all. Okay, and let's move my warp in point now. It looks like we split which one we're fighting, which is, I think, a good tactic. Let's do a bit of a classic here, just tons and tons of Dragoons. I actually very much like the Dragoons here because they're different than the Vortex or the Void Dragoons. They're slightly different. I think they're like Stalkers, but better because they do more straight-up damage against non-armored things, whereas Stalkers are pretty much just versus armored, in my opinion. This poor Archon's going to die, but there was no way to get him out. Cool. I'm assuming there's going to be 2 more groups from here or here, or maybe that's it. Cool. That was really fun, and it moves at a very quick pace, so that it feels like StarCraft 2. You can, there's tons of options, but I had a really good time with that. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I'd like to play this again. I'd like to try the Terran faction. We'll see if maybe Narudek plans on adding more heroes or not, but it looked like Zerg was very fun too. I'd like to give that a shot myself. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.